Are you aware of reports that Pakistan are allowing their bases to be used to park Iranian aircraft, General Kane?
Sir, I've seen one report on that.
Well, is it accurate?
On camera, U.S. officials are now being grilled over reports that Pakistan may have helped shield Iranian military aircraft, even while presenting itself as a diplomatic middleman. The U.S. military and broader administration are coming under fire over what critics call Pakistan's betrayal, while Islamabad continued to play a mediator role in the stalled talks. Satellite imagery is being cited as fresh support for U.S. media reporting that Iranian aircraft were present at Pakistan's Nur Khan Air Base during the ceasefire period. Calls are growing in Washington to rethink Pakistan's role altogether, with Senator Lindsey Graham openly saying he does not trust Islamabad if the reporting is accurate. Reports that Pakistan hosted Iranian military aircraft are drawing sharp reaction in the U.S., with fresh questions being raised about Islamabad's conduct during the crisis. A U.S. senator is now casting doubt on Pakistan's credibility as a mediator in peace talks involving Iran. The reaction followed a CBS News report alleging that Pakistan secretly hosted Iranian military aircraft during the conflict. Senator Lindsey Graham on May 12 publicly pressed top Pentagon officials over those reports and what they could mean for U.S. policy. Notably, Pakistan has denied the U.S. media report on alleged Iranian aircraft at Nur Khan Air Base, calling it misleading. Even so, satellite imagery claims are being used to argue that Pakistan may indeed have been shielding Iranian military aircraft.
So I just want to, Pakistan, are you aware of reports that Pakistan are allowing their bases to be used to park Iranian aircraft, General Kane?
Sir, I've seen one report on that.
Well, is it accurate?
Sir, I think based on the variety of classification matters.
Let me just say, do you agree if it is accurate, that is sort of inconsistent with it being a peace mediator?
Sir, I wouldn't want to comment on that based on the ongoing negotiations and Pakistan's role.
Secretary Hexton, if the mediator is allowing reconnaissance aircraft of Iran to be parked in Pakistani air bases, do you think that's consistent with being a fair mediator?
I wouldn't want to get in the middle of these negotiations.
Yeah.
I want
well,
maximum
I do.
efficacy
I
for
want
our
to get in
people.
the middle of these negotiations. I don't trust Pakistan as far as I can throw them. If they actually do have Iranian aircraft parked in Pakistan bases to protect Iranian military assets, that tells me we should be looking maybe for somebody else to mediate. No wonder this damn thing is going nowhere. So, you know, I appreciate all you've done. I'm very supportive of it. But when it comes to Pakistan and China, enough already. Thank you.
Pakistan's role as a diplomatic mediator is under intense scrutiny following explosive allegations involving Iranian military aircraft. A CBS News report claims Islamabad quietly allowed Iranian military aircraft to use Pakistani airbases during regional tensions. According to U.S. officials, several Iranian military aircraft were allegedly shifted to Pakistan's strategic Nur Khan Air Base. Reports say the aircraft included an Iranian RC-130 reconnaissance plane designed for surveillance and intelligence gathering operations. The reported aircraft transfers came soon after President Trump declared a fragile ceasefire agreement with Iran. American officials suspect Tehran relocated valuable aviation assets to avoid possible U.S. military strikes during escalating tensions. Pakistan strongly denied the accusations, insisting such large aircraft could never stay hidden from public visibility. A Pakistan official said, and I quote, "Nur Khan Base is right in the heart of the city. A large fleet of aircraft parked there can't be hidden from public eye," unquote. Reports also suggest Iran relocated civilian aircraft into Afghanistan after disruptions hit Iranian airspace operations. Taliban authorities denied sheltering Iranian jets despite claims that a Mahan Air aircraft remained temporarily in Kabul. Analysts believe Pakistan carefully balanced diplomacy while protecting strategic relationships with both Iran and China. Fresh clashes near the Strait of Hormuz signaled rising instability despite ongoing ceasefire and de-escalation efforts. Notably, Direct negotiations between American and Iranian officials were hosted by Pakistan just last month. Iran has reportedly ruled out a second round of talks with the US unless 5 trust-building conditions are met. Tehran has listed 5 conditions that it is calling the minimum guarantees needed to revive negotiations with Washington. Fars news agency reported the conditions on May 12, citing what it described as an informed source. Fars news agency citing a source said, and I quote, "Iran's conditions include ending the war on all fronts, especially Lebanon, lifting sanctions, releasing frozen Iranian assets, compensating for war damage and recognizing Iran's sovereignty rights over the Strait of Hormuz." Iran also informed Pakistani mediators that the continuation of the US naval blockade in the Arabian Sea and Gulf of Oman after the ceasefire has further reinforced Tehran's distrust toward negotiations with the United States. Unquote. Iran appears to believe that renewed talks cannot move forward unless those conditions are implemented in practical terms. Fars also framed the issue as a US effort to secure at the negotiating table what it failed to achieve during the war. At the same time, Iran's government spokesperson said Tehran is choosing diplomacy while still keeping its finger on the trigger.
Also, we are waiting with our finger on the trigger, God willing, for our negotiating atmosphere. Because our main outlook is toward lasting peace and, as stated by the martyred leader, we pursue diplomatic matters based on 3 principles: dignity, wisdom, and expediency. Therefore, the people should know that Iran's atmosphere is an atmosphere of firmness, construction, development, and trust.
As the fragile ceasefire drags on, Iran is openly asserting that it is ready to confront any new aggression head-on. Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf declared that the IRGC is fully battle-ready if conflict with the United States reignites. Ghalibaf warned that any miscalculation by Iran's enemies would carry serious consequences on the battlefield. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said, and I quote, "Our armed forces are ready to deliver a well-deserved response to any aggression. Mistaken strategy and mistaken decisions will always lead to mistaken results. The whole world has already figured this out. We are prepared for all options. They will be surprised." Unquote. He also pointed to Iran's long-range missiles and drone arsenal, saying these capabilities were built through years of self-reliance. According to Ghalibaf, there is no alternative but to accept the rights of the Iranian people as laid out in Tehran's 14-point proposal. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said, and I quote, "There is no alternative but to accept the rights of the Iranian people as laid out in the 14-point proposal. Any other approach will be completely inconclusive, nothing but one failure after another. The longer they drag their feet, the more American taxpayers will pay for it." Unquote. He cautioned that continued pressure on Iran will only produce repeated failures for its adversaries. All of this came as President Donald Trump warned that the ceasefire with Iran is now on life support.